Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a weekly reading for all placements Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Go ahead, drop a like on the video, leave a comment. That really helps things circulate on YouTube and in the algorithm and is greatly appreciated. And we're going to hop into your weekly reading. Ooh. Okay, so right off the hop, Scorpio, you're dealing with some toxic behaviors that you're needing to let go of. This could be any addictions you have, addictions to people, addictions to money, addictions to spending, toxic behaviors. Some of you could be overindulging at this time. But it's really just all about letting go and being able to release the changes. For some of you guys, you're going to be letting go of a Capricorn that could have caused a lot of stagnancy in your life. This person could have really tried to take you away from what it is that you love. Some of you guys love to be at home and you love to build a family, or you're looking to build a family. And it's like whoever you were dealing with in the past was not on the same page as you. I see you guys by the end of the week making a decision on coming together with either a Libra or a Taurus in order to build a new solid foundation with this person. And it's like you're either letting go of a Pisces or a Capricorn, someone who left you feeling very stagnant. Now we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So, you know, if you've been feeling like you've been struggling in finances, or you've been struggling to be able to communicate your feelings to others and you've been indulging instead, it's time to release those habits and those patterns in order to start new cycles in your life. It's like, Scorpio, you could be really stubborn at wanting to ask for help, but the only person that's going to be able to help you in the long run is yourself. And if you do need help from others, you need to be able to speak up about it to other people. I feel like you have a deep-rooted love for someone. You have a fiery passion for someone, and you just don't have the ability to speak upon it at this moment in time. So maybe you and this person are in no communication, or there could have been someone else, a third party, that got in the way of this previously. And now you feel like you're unable to communicate to this person. So instead, you're almost like drowning your sorrows in this particular addiction. And Spirit's really bringing it to light. The Chariot in reverse, you know, it could have been a Cancer as well that got in between you. Or for some of you, you may be finding out someone in your family does have Cancer. So it could be that someone's sick. Could be that someone's going through a lot in your family health-wise, and maybe you're wanting to open up to someone about it but feeling like you're unable to. So just be aware of those patterns that can come into your life, feeling isolated, feeling like you can't communicate to anyone how you're feeling, because that's all within. And Scorpio, you guys tend to be very little emotional beings, and so you need to be able to express that to someone, how you're feeling. For a lot of you, you're just holding back the fact that you have a deep love for someone, and you two may be in separation or may no longer be seeing eye to eye. You could have ended the connection. However this plays out for you guys, Spirit's just acknowledging that in order for things to get better between you both, you need to be the one to initiate it. You need to be able to speak upon your feelings, what's leaving you feeling frustrated, what's leaving you feeling like you had to walk away in the past. Because with the Chariot in reverse, it just really represents you having some type of regret for having walked out of someone's life, or them walking out of your life. You feeling like you really wish things could have been different. But the Ace of Pentacles in reverse represents instability when it comes to your finances. So y'all may have started a new job and thought that it was promising, or that it was going to be there in a solid sense for you. And you could be finding that either you are doing well financially, but you absolutely cannot stand the job, or vice versa. You absolutely love the job, but you cannot stand that you aren't being compensated for the work that you're doing. So you're going to know how that resonates for you guys. But if you feel underpaid and overwhelmed and feel like you have a lack of emotional support, try not to have this like self-pity for yourself at this time, because that will allow stagnancy in your life, right? It won't allow for growth. It won't allow for the universe to change things for you. It's when you acknowledge that you truly are unhappy in the circumstance that you are dealt or you're living in, and then you start to make the changes for yourself, that's when the good stuff happens. And some of you guys may have wanted to build a family with someone in the past. Maybe you guys had a lot of disagreements, figured out that you weren't on the same page, and you could have walked away stubbornly, Scorpio, from this person, only to realize that the grass wasn't greener. You know, that person is where you wanted to be, and you could have really let them down. I feel like, Scorpio, you could have said some harsh words to this person, or for others of you, there could have been a lack of communication. And with this lack of communication, this person felt super betrayed. So they could have decided that with you is no longer where they want to invest their time. And it's like you want to stop that in the nick of time and bring this person back and be like, hold on, just wait. I've got a lot going on in my life, but I can't lose you too. A lot of you are going to really have to use your words if you want to have this person back in your life or salvage this connection. It's going to be about speaking some type of truth, owning up to what you've been doing in the past. So, for example, someone could have asked if you were suffering from addictions or if you were going through anything mentally, and you could have really just denied it and pretended like everything was okay on your side. But Scorpio, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to need help sometimes. So Goddess in reverse, you're feeling not your best self. You're feeling like, no one truly appreciates you for the way of the efforts that you've been putting in. King in reverse as well. Wow. So there represents a pair that are in separation. So possibly two. Wow, lots of reversals. Whoever you've been dealing with in the past has totally just become distant, like a memory to you. At this time, Scorpio, you're being asked to be aware of when your authority is challenged. You could be a little bit controlling and demanding when it comes to authoritative types coming towards you at this moment in time. So, like, for example, if you do have a job in specific where someone is above you, you could be really frustrated in your life and you could be taking it out on this person. Like, for example, if this person says, hey, I love the work that you do, but just make sure you're a little more thorough and checking it off, or something like this, you could just really snap on this person because you're feeling so emotionally imbalanced. So it's really going to be about using meditation at this time to connect with your inner chakras and releasing any trauma or any old hurts that you're holding on to, especially if you feel like you lost the person you love the most. And so now you're just kind of cold and detached from the rest of the world. So we've got falsifying information. If someone is asking you specifically about something you've done or signed off in your career, and you're saying yes, but the truth is it's a no, and you're not being honest with these people, a lot of people around you are going to start to figure out that you aren't speaking the truth about something in particular. So especially when it comes to your emotions, if you're telling people that you're just fine, you're moving on, but meanwhile in the back of your mind, you're not fine, it's starting to show to other people that you emotionally could be really broken down. We've got Avenger, and it came in reverse. So resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So just ensure that you aren't aggressive towards others. Normally I would see that as someone at you, but because you're the one being so emotionally imbalanced in this reading and it's kind of coming across, Scorpio, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. There are companions, friends around you that want to help bring happiness back into your life. But if you're coming at them in an aggressive manner, whether it's family, friends, lovers, coworkers, people are not going to want anything to do with you. And so you may be feeling really misunderstood or frustrated, but it's like the more that you come at people with this competitive energy, the more people are going to shy away from wanting to work with you, from wanting to connect to you, and most importantly, from wanting to love you. And it doesn't mean that the unconditional love isn't there, but it's all about how we treat people is how we're going to get treated back. So specifically, if you've been kind of hurtful in the past to those you love the most based on what you're going through, you could notice some of those connections have drifted away or distanced themselves. And it's because they want to protect their energy from whatever hurt that you're going through. It's like how they say hurt people hurt people. So you could really be projecting your own insecurities or fears or hurt onto others through emotional words, through aggression or even just through silence for some of you guys. But it's just being acknowledged by Spirit that it is the time for you to really just soften your heart, Scorpio. Whatever it is you went through in the past, be able to let it go and choose love overall. Choose not to have a vindictive heart. Choose not to sit in regret and spite. And you know, this is the thing about Scorpios, right? You're so loving until you get that sting, until you feel that burn or that heartbreak or that disappointment from someone. So you could be giving out the stinger to people without even realizing as why you're named Scorpio, right? So sweet and so bitter at the same time. And, you know, it's all about just letting go of any rejections that you faced in the past, not holding that resentment in your heart, and choosing to learn from it. Like, what could you have changed in the situation, especially if it was a relationship that ended or a career decision that ended? Could you have handled yourself better emotionally? Could you have been more kind? Could you have been more compassionate? Because, you know, sometimes you guys feel like when you get betrayed, that's it. There's no second chances. And you turn bitter on people, coworkers, situations. And sometimes it's about taking a different approach. So I feel like from whenever the time is that you see this reading, you're going to know that things are going to have to change in the sense of how you approach people and situations in order to bring in more promising outcomes for you guys. So possibly a few apologies are going to be owed here, it looks like, if you have a boss that you were kind of be rude to. For others of you, you could have children and you could have been rude to one of your kids. I feel like this is more of a grown adult children though, like child, not a young child. But I feel like you could have said something maybe a little bit too demanding or expecting from someone, or, you know, your actions or words could have really hurt someone. And this really makes sense why you could be in that toxic behavior of kind of just like feeling sorry for yourself and trying to wallow that away. But Spirit's saying in order to move forward, Scorpio, you have to be able to apologize where you were wrong, and you have to be able to learn the lesson as to how to not repeat these cycles again, how to be a better version of yourself than yesterday. So I'm going to leave that reading there. I really hope that could resonate for you guys, Scorpio. Thank you for watching. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and have a good day.